Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia. We just got back 2 days ago from our summer vacation, so I kind of wanted to do some chit chat about that. We went to Savannah, Georgia, Hilton Head, and then Charleston, South Carolina. And then I also wanted to kind of do, just for fun, some things I don't do on vacation, and then a few things that I've just stopped doing in actual life. And so I'm going to try to put a timestamp. I'm going to start with the vacation, and then I'm going to end with just things I don't do anymore. Or I've just noticed some trends with vacation, like YouTube videos, that I guess it's kind of anti those things because I just don't do any of those things. But anyway, I'm just curious, are you guys a vacation every year type of people, or are you not? I started, my grandma instilled the love of travel, I would say starting around 3rd grade, maybe 4th grade. Every year we would go on a summer vacation together. My parents did not really vacation. Very rare, and it was usually to visit somebody. But I have loved travel ever since. My parents, for whatever reason, were waiting until I was out of college to travel. And then my mom passed away when I was 21 with cancer, so they never got to travel. So that's kind of shaped me into, we travel every year. I just want to know, I guess, the day I pass, I'm happy. I've done all I can do, made all the memories. So we are big travel people. My husband likes to travel. My daughter likes to travel. We have a list a mile long of places we still want to see. So Savannah and Charleston were on my bucket list. And then I think people from Indiana, like on Facebook, I've just seen a lot of people go to Hilton Head. So let's start with Savannah, very historic town, old town, lots of buildings from the 1800s, beautiful courtyards with these big, I forget, there was a name, some kind of oak tree, but with moss, Spanish moss hanging all over them, just beautiful courtyards. If I can, I'll put some pictures at the end. I personally think 2 days is enough, unless you are a history buff and you're going to go to a gazillion museums. For us, 2 full days were enough. We did a carriage ride. I like the carriage ride. I will say I like the carriage ride in Charleston better. We had reservations for the Pink House. That building has been around since the 1700s. It's now a restaurant. It was a really cool experience. I would say recommend, like, they've got lots, like one of my coworkers gave me like a gazillion restaurants. We were already a month out and things were booked. So if you go there, reservations are key. I also recommend having a hotel close with like walking distance to the historic area. We had a hotel that was walking distance to the River Street kind of district and the historic area. It was so hot and humid, which I knew it was going to be. And I theoretically grew up in humidity in Indiana, but I feel like Indiana is like humid for like 2 months out of the year. So it was just hot and humid. But anyway, I really liked Savannah. Then we went on to Hilton Head. We had 4 nights there. I personally think 3 nights would have been enough. It was fine having 4 nights. I feel like the beach, at least the one we were at, was perfect for kids. And it was my preferred beach. Pretty much no waves. So it was just nice to be out there. I don't, like in California, our beaches, lots of waves. I'm not into waves. But for me, like, I feel like if you don't live near a beach, it's going to be magnificent. You're by the beach. There's nothing bad I can say about it. We had a place that was on the water and then it was a walking distance to shops. I really liked it. But because we live near a beach, it was underwhelming, which I know just sounds very spoiled. I would say our beaches are prettier. But again, if you live in a landlocked state, it is going to be awesome. So I know I sound spoiled when I say that. I just feel like our beaches are prettier. So I guess I don't know what I was expecting, but we had a great time. My daughter loved it. She loved going to the beach every day. It's very nice to just like step out, go to the beach and be right there. We did a boat tour, like a dolphin tour. I also kind of felt that was underwhelming. It was great, nice, but like I wouldn't do it again if I went down there. So we liked Hilton Head. That was kind of like a calm, like we just kind of chillaxed, went to the beach. Charleston was my favorite. We also had 4 nights there. Personally, 3 nights would have been good enough. I feel like both Savannah and Hilton Head would be a great, like, romantic couples weekend. My daughter had a great time. We had a great time with my daughter, but I could see it being really fun to be just like your significant other and yourself. So Charleston, I think, was everybody's favorite. My daughter would probably have chosen Hilton Head, but I really loved Charleston. The carriage ride there, for whatever reason, just seemed better. It encompassed all of the great historic stuff. There, I think they said there's like 1,000 buildings. And I don't know what the thing was, but basically over 1,000 buildings that from the 1700, 1800 area. So it is just gorgeous. The carriage ride to me, you cannot miss it in Charleston. We also went to the Magnolia Plantation. I wish it hadn't, I don't know, the weather oscillated. It rained every day, I would say for 30 minutes to an hour. And I did not expect that. And it was like the weather app was like alarming because it had showed rain every day. But it was so humid the day we went to the plantation. There were so many grounds to walk around, so many things. There's multiple plantations, so I would definitely see a plantation. Charleston Downtown Historic District had free shuttles. We didn't know that. So it's really easy to grab a shuttle, go to a certain area, walk around. I would again recommend staying either close to that shuttle or close to the historic district so you can just get out of your hotel and walk around. But it was just absolutely beautiful. Charleston didn't have as many courtyards. I think it was 24 courtyards Savannah has. So the courtyards were really beautiful. But Charleston, the buildings, I don't know. The people around the downtown area just seem to be so friendly, so nice, take so much pride. So Charleston was definitely our favorite. We had a great time. I recommend those trips. Honestly, if my daughter and I shared spring break together, I feel like maybe this would be a great spring break trip or like a fall trip or a winter trip because the heat is oppressive and we went early June. So I can only imagine that July and August are just sweltering. Anywho. All right, let's get on to things I don't do on vacation and a couple that I just kind of stopped doing in life. This is just kind of just for fun. If you do all of these things for vacation, I'm not bashing you. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do them. I'm just saying I don't do these. I follow I don't know, the people I seem to follow my feed on YouTube seems to be a lot of people traveling, and it seems to be the influencer thing to do is before you go on a trip, go to Sephora, Ulta, Target, and spend like $200 or $300 on minis of everything. I don't do that. I don't know. I hate that message they're sending to like young people to feel that you have to do that. I don't know. We fly Southwest a lot, so at the moment our bags are free, which I know is changing for Southwest. Also, ever since my daughter was born, I've just accepted that we have to check bags. So I just kind of accept a checked bag as part of travel. It's like $35 or something. It would be cheaper to take what you already own than to go to the store and buy a mini and everything. And the people I'm watching are like, it's a mini foundation. And it's not like just cheap brands. And so it just seems crazy to me that you have to go do a travel splurge. Like, I don't know. If you have the money and that makes you happy, I guess more power to you. It just seems so wasteful. The other thing I've seen is these like really aesthetic, like tackle box snack things where, you know, you're bringing like 20 different snacks, but in this really aesthetic tackle box. Like, I don't know. Then you're stuck with that tackle box in your backpack all throughout your trip. And I think most of those are for people going like on a 10-hour flight. I don't know. It just seems crazy. So we don't pack extravagant snacks either. And a lot of my next kind of things for this, a lot of them just go down to we are often taking a more naturey trip or a more casual trip. I will say for Charleston and Savannah, I was the odd one out. Like 98% of all the women I saw were in cute dresses, cute shoes. They were all done up. But like this trip, I sweat. I literally have like almost water pouring down my arms and legs. I sweat. And so I don't wear makeup. So I don't wear makeup. I don't do my hair. I think I don't wear, let's just do this. Like, I don't do my hair. I don't wear makeup. So if I were to wear makeup on this trip, I would literally have it pouring down my face. It was just so hot and sweaty. My hair is wavy, curly, and as you can see, frizzy, poofy. I've been watching this video, like this video has been like an ad has been popping up that's kind of started trying to like convince me I should style my hair curly hair. But anyway, in the humidity, this would just be a big poof. So I'm just constantly, I pull my hair back when I'm on like a trip like that. So because of the humidity, it just, like, I don't wear makeup every day anyway. So, but I just don't on vacation. And my hair is basically always thrown back because we're either outdoors, it's hot, it's muggy, something. And so those are two things I'm not doing on vacation. A big one, I don't count calories. I am not worried about calories. I don't care. I will say Charleston had the best restaurants. Same with Savannah. I don't think we had a bad meal. And so I am just absolutely not counting calories. Also, I am not bringing nice jewelry. So a lot of, not all of them, but so like my earrings up here are like actual, like they're real. So a lot of my earrings, some are my mom's, some are like, anniversary things over the years, but I am not bringing nice jewelry. I think I've forgotten my earrings once at a hotel. So I am not bringing nice earrings, nice jewelry. My rings I always just wear because I don't take them off. But things I take off, like necklaces or earrings, I do not bring when I travel. Also, my feet. I can't wear aesthetic shoes. And I would say the last 6 months to a year, I can't even wear my normal work shoes. I'm pretty much in my tennis shoes with orthotics. My plantar fasciitis on my right heel is just constantly in pain. So even if I wanted to wear a cute dress, I am stuck in my Brooks tennis shoes with my orthotics. So I'm not a cute dresser. And that's okay with me. My husband and I are casual. Like I look best when I go to work. Or I guess when I go to work. On the weekend or in the summer, I am very casual, t-shirt, jean shorts, and I throw my hair back. Another thing on vacation I do not do, and I just started this a couple years ago, I make sure the house is put together. We come back to like not a messy house. So I no longer leave my house a mess when we are traveling. Cause I feel like sometimes like you're in a rush to pack, you're focused on that, and the house can be a mess. It is so nice to come back to a house that's just ready to go and I don't have to clean it. So those are just some kind of things that I don't do on vacation. And I have 3 for real life. I stopped waxing my eyebrows, I would say close to a year ago, 9 months ago. And I don't think I'm going back. I'm never going to say never, but I will say like when Cora gets to the age, I'm going to highly discourage her from waxing her eyebrows. I would just go into a cheap nail salon, be like, can you wax my eyebrows? Over the years, I have had like a super thin line. I've had all kinds of crazy things. And at this point, especially on one side, like they're very sparse and there's like a funny shape. And so I would still go in and get threaded. Threaded was my preferred. I would always ask for very natural. But every now and then you just get the person who knows. And because I kind of have like almost a set pattern that they have to do due to damage, I think from the hot wax, they kind of always do more because of that little patch on one side. And so I just feel like I'm just not. Like I don't see a time where I never say never, but I'm pretty much done waxing my eyebrows. I don't shave every day, my legs. I shave twice a week. And I did not shave at all on this vacation. I know for a lot of you that is probably heinous and gross, but that is just how it goes. I shave when I do my hair wash, and I wash my hair twice a week. Also, nail polish is something that I've kind of stopped. And again, I'm not going to say even remotely that I'm never going to paint my nails again. But when I do like to get a mani-pedi, but I would say for the last 6 months, I've been doing shiny buff. I just like natural. My fingers chip. Whether I get gel or regular, they chip super quick. It is not worth the money to get gel. And even if occasionally over the years, I would get like a full set, 1 or 2 of my nails falls off well before 2 weeks. So I just have funky shaped, I have ridges. I really like the shiny buff. Even on my toes hold polish really well. I've just been a weirdo where I will take, within 2 weeks, I've taken the polish off because it just bugs me. I like having it for like, I don't know, 7 to 12 days, and then I get tired of it. So anyway, I thought I would just add those like things I don't do in for fun. But anyway, I would love to hear if you guys have any summer trips coming up, or a bucket list trip for you guys. Anyway, thank you so much. I hope you have a great day.